All right. I am here. I was hoping to. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. Join the discussion tonight. I might have to. I might have to change over to. See how many people actually join on this platform. Live viewers comments show up on live stream. This is an example. Tap on the comments to show it on screen. Okay. Okay. We have a couple minutes. I'm like 3 minutes early. I want to, as I'm waiting, I want to join on another platform. Hold on 1 second. Enjoy your time, brother. Let me see if it allows me to do it. I want to see if it's going to allow me to bring this forward. If not, I might have to just go live on Facebook. I was hoping to private chat. Okay, settings. I was hoping to really shift. Screen. Yeah, so I don't think it's going to allow me to join. I'm going to have to work a little bit harder, but I'm going to go. I'm going to end this one, and then I'm going to go to directly to Facebook. Facebook Live, y'all. Here we go. Let me see. Allows me to go. Yes, it's 1 o'clock. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock now, so I might have to go directly to Facebook Live. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. It's not, unfortunately, but what I can do, I can probably keep this and then go to Facebook from here. Hold on. I just gotta connect both places. All right, so let's go to Facebook. Facebook. Let's see if it makes. See if it allows me to join. If I'm on YouTube on this channel, need light, and I'm gonna be on Facebook on this one over here. All right, so let's go to. I have a delay. All right, so I'm trying to connect. There we go. I'm trying to connect Facebook with my YouTube, and so I might log off for tonight's thing. I'm gonna wait till some people show up. So I'm live on YouTube there, and I am I'm live on YouTube here. I'm live on Facebook. I'm trying to connect. Be patient with me, y'all. Connect my. I need that light. And it'd be nice if I can connect Instagram too. I'm gonna connect my Instagram to it as well. I need another. Okay, so let me unhook this. And I'm gonna bring this over here. 1 second. Be patient with me, y'all. And I am launching my. I think that YouTube, the YouTube link connects me to. I think the YouTube link connects to Instagram, but I'm not sure. So we have all three major ones on top of everything else. I'm gonna wait for a couple folks, especially the ones that have the babies and stuff. I get it. All right, so I'm on. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna jump right into it to get this thing linked up. All right, here we are gonna get this thing jumping. I shared a link. Let me just mention this real quick. I shared a link with the. Oh, I hooked this up to the laptop. I shared a link to let me put the light right here because I know it can be kind of dark. Shared a link to my YouTube page that I'm also working off of. And this is new, but I was compelled to work towards it. So this is not the original page that I was looking for. Don't trust. That I was working towards when it comes to just being compelled to launch and to kick off my my Simple Up brand even more so, and then just the life coaching, like I was saying earlier on my feed, was the fact that I'm going to commit now that school is back, and so I can get back into my system. And the person who constantly like to have structure, I like to have multiple things to do. I can function, I can operate in that matter. And so with that being said, is I want to be able to get to the masses, man, and aid and assist in people like living their best lives. Let me take this off. Hold on 1 second. I think this is the one that this is connected to. And if I can pull it up on my laptop and keep the phone free, that'd be great. All right, so I know what this is. Please patient with me. I'm waiting for a couple of people to come on board on YouTube, sharing it. If you want to share, if you want to, I should have tagged it on this one right here. If you want to share, if you want to invite people, you can. I will appreciate that, as I am. This is a specific person I'm looking for. This is what I do. And so being able to share my gift with the masses, with the world, and just taking it to another level, just taking it to the next level is the basis of all of this. And so as I grow, as I develop, we all grow and develop. And so just getting that feedback, just getting that love, really, and so wanting to elevate and live our best lives. We owe it to ourselves to live our best lives. We owe it to our, first and foremost, if you have kids, if you have grandkids, you owe it to yourself first and foremost. And so if you're not keeping and maintaining that balance for you first, and you're taking care of yourself first, then what good are you really to anybody? And so we do that by taking care of us, by taking care of yourself. And so people come. If people come, if they don't, I'm gonna keep on going. So with that being, said, I'm attempting to transfer this one over to this laptop. So just give me 1 second, If not, I'm gonna keep on going. Anyway, anyhow. But like I was mentioning on the video earlier about us finally not being yet. Correct. Yes. Come on. Breaking down those barriers, breaking down those things that may be standing in our way. So I'm gonna go right into it. A couple of things that came to mind is forgiveness. What is forgiveness? What is forgiveness? And I won't break it on down. So yeah, I'm just use this laptop as to Google something. All right, let me go back. That's fine. That's fine. Understanding. Forgiveness. What is forgiveness? Let's go to. Oh, yeah. Let's go to. Show something. Wait for more people to come up. Be patient. These contacts are fine. Come on. That was delaying this thing. Anyway, forgiveness. That's the question I was posing is what is forgiveness? And so in order for us to why I wanted to bring that up was the fact that just how many of us like let me back up. And in order for us to like truly live and to truly live that life that we are seeking or desiring, like how many people have really or honestly just forgave yourself. We oftentimes hear about, forgiving this person, forgiving that person, forgiving all these other outside people, whatever, but have you really truly forgiven yourself? And so the basis is um, gearing, putting the attention back on us. And so you have to name all of it. And you have to know what it is that identifying what it is that you are um, forgiving as well. When I say that, in the aspect of um, just all of it, just all of it. My thought pattern, my belief is. Let me share my situation in the hopes that people are able to relate to it. And I would say up to this point, as a person who aside from just priding themselves and being strong, priding themselves and all of these things, whatever, I can now see today where there has been times or there has been moments where I've always been proud, or have had times, days, or moments where I would second guess myself, or I would judge myself for going through certain situations or going through allowing myself to have certain things happen. And first and foremost, to expel or get rid of the whole thought pattern is you have to understand that if we don't live and if we don't make mistakes, which that is living, uh, then you're gonna always remain or stay stuck in the same situation. And so we must forgive ourselves for just believing that it can be any other way other than that. That you have to make mistakes and you have to learn. And if you at this stage and this point with the desire to still grow and develop, and just understand that you are exactly where you should be at. You know, I was thinking about this the other day because I just remember back in my 20s of just feeling or been filled with so much hatred, so much bitterness, so much just just rage over things that more or less I either didn't have any control over or things that had already happened. And so hindsight, just wanting to judge yourself or just be down on yourself for doing doing certain things, and I understand that we can only do what we know at that level. We can only do so. If I see a lot of these young kids and they're all here and they just basically having fun. You know what I mean? And you really can't judge yourself on that because you do what you know to do. And so, but at some point you do have to make that decision on, okay, move from that to just really just taking things more serious. But again, not judging yourself on that. Um, at that moment in time, just stay on subject or just stay on track of just those 20s of believing that I was in love, believing that I was in a relationship that was going to last forever, um, and and helping this person build their dreams, build a life, and to create a home, you know, um, was my mindset, was was what it was that I devoted myself to, and even in that, looking at it today, not knowing that years later that I would be at this point, almost 40, um, not really to be transparent or whatever, like not having a whole lot to really show for it or whatever, but at, at the same time, you can't beat yourself up over it. You know what I mean? So you must, so in a sense, just saying things what they are or whatever, because what I take from that situation is that I grew. What I take from that situation is the life experiences that I had to learn, and I did learn or whatever. And so I know from this point um, that it only prepared me for that, man. So it only prepared me for to to develop me into the man that I am today. So I can't regret devoting my life to anybody. I can't. You can't regret being who you are, were or knew to be um, in that moment, at that time, in that place. You know, and so wanting to be the best partner, wanting to be supportive, wanting to be loving, wanting to be everything. You know, even to the point to where I found myself having to compromise on who I was or having to become a person that wasn't true to who I knew that I was to be. And so I don't regret that though. Even and understanding that had we not gone through those things, who what would have happened? You know what I mean? So I grew, I become a gained the skills, I gained the things I know today to be successful, to be consistent, and building this brand. Or, no, excuse me. Is there? So, and forgiving yourself. I was saying earlier about now, at the same moment in time, just coming, just making peace with self. And I can say that since I've had this time in these months and getting back to me and just taking this time to reconnect with self, taking this time to really discover who you are. You know, you can't you can't you can't carry those those emotions or those feelings of anger or resentment or bitterness or whatever the situation may be. You know what I mean? I see a lot of these single women who may be raising these kids, right? And you can't punish yourself. You can no longer you don't have to punish yourself for believing in that man. You don't have to punish yourself for having children with that man. You don't have to punish yourself for who and what you are because you chose not to compromise, to just allow just any and everything to be around your babies or apologize for making a stance and getting out of that toxic relationship. You don't have to apologize for wanting better, wanting more. And that's the place where we have to get at, or whatever it is. When I say getting back to us, whatever. So at some time and point, I know, again, just being transparent or just making that decision and just really soul searching. And I really had to look at my concept, what is love? And not only what is love, but like dove deeper into what my understanding of love was or or is. And so if your understanding or your concept of love does not align with what you're receiving, that you have a choice today. And that's one of the biggest takeaways that I took from 2020 was the fact, or to understand that we have choices today. You have a choice whether or not to stay in that relationship. If you're not receiving what it is you need, you have that choice to be unhappy, or you have the choice to be happy. But not only to be happy, but to take the steps towards getting to that place where whatever place that you choose to be at, you have a choice. And so, how many of us go through life not realizing that I'm just gonna be, I'm just gonna pretend, um, I'm just gonna overlook, and we're miserable. Or you have that choice, be like, you know what, this is my life, so I'm gonna take a stance, and I'm gonna go after my dreams, and I'm gonna go after that love that I know I deserve, that I desire, and I have every right to have. You have that choice, and even not not only just in the realm of just a relationship. That's with anything. Like I was saying earlier, whatever. If it's a job, that if you're in a job and you're not valued, if you're not appreciated, or you're belittled, or you're not honored, then you have that choice to remove yourself from that situation. A friendship. If it's a friendship and it's just like this person's constantly betraying you, or gossiping, or doing things that doesn't align with what your understanding of what a friendship should be, then you have that choice to remove yourself from that situation. We have that choice. And so as a kid, many of the things that I've been looking at, you know, especially when I'm gonna flip it for a second, especially in the aspect of, like I was saying earlier, looking at a lot of those things, those beliefs. Let's mention the belief system. Uh, a lot of the beliefs that I was holding on to, I come to discover that were not only not mine, and I was not the owner of them, but I had to given it power in order for us to reign true in my life. So one, two is that looking at it from no longer looking at it from a child's point of view or understanding, and moving it to looking at it from a adult point of view. A lot of those beliefs that no longer serves us. A lot of those beliefs that no, like there's no purpose for them, there's no reason for them, and so we don't have to carry those things no longer. You know that that we have to just put up with um, whatever happens to us, or we just have to look like pretend like we're happy when we're really not, or that understanding of just a whole host of things that you can be successful. That the success doesn't just isn't just for a certain group of people or a certain sector of people. And so that's one of the things that we have really, ironically, been seeing play out when it comes to success and when it comes to just living the life that you want to. That's really what we are really like witnessing, playing out or whatever. That old way wants to remain in power, but that's one thing that stays constant, really. And this life has just changed, and we can compare that to even our thought patterns. So as we're teaching ourselves and we're learning new ways to do things, as we're learning new ways to think and to perceive things, that you're going to find that those old ways and those old habits are not going to just simply just want to go away. And those are just facts. And so speaking, speaking to myself first and foremost too, we're going to all, it's almost like as a as a seesaw. But the more you work at it, it's almost like a person who goes to the gym or whatever. That you're not gonna get those muscles first time that you go to that gym. That you have to be consistent, and you have to implement multiple different things, whatever, in order for it to stick and for it to work. And so I talked to a lot of different people, whatever, but that prayer alone is not going to give you the results that you need. You have to back that with your meditations. You have to back that with your affirmations. You're going to have to back that with just getting outside yourself, being uncomfortable. You're going to have to. And so I say that 2021 will be our year of breakthroughs. First and foremost, a breakthrough of how we think and how we view things, our perception on life. And one of the things that I've been really working on lately, to be transparent, like I say or whatever, is that when you have, again, still on the topic of forgiveness and learning how to forgive yourself, but when you come out of per se, an example of a relationship, especially when you feel as though like you gave your all, I gave you all, I gave you all I had, like Anita Baker, give you everything I got, and it still feels as though like it wasn't good enough, or no matter what I did, this person was not going to be happy, or no matter how I went out of my way to please this person, that they was never satisfied. Well, first and foremost, I have to come to the realization that you can't make another person happy. I will say that again. Is that you cannot make another person happy. And I had to check myself on that because it was like, okay, I'm doing all of these things and I'm going out my way and I'm bone tired and I'm still wanting this. And the reality is that you can't make anybody else happy, that you can't make people happy. The only person on this side that you can make happy is yourself. The only person that you can fully please is yourself. Who knew? Okay, so with that being said, is I I can't feel some type of way or become upset because of my expectations that I thought or I assumed that I can make another person happy when that's really not there on them. When I look in the mirror, I have to look at, okay, that there's a confirmation on the fact that I have to that I It's my job to make me happy. That's not your job to make anybody else happy. And anybody who attempts to convince you of that, that somehow, some way that you can remove yourself from the situation. Remove yourself from that situation. Remove yourself from that situation because you can't make nobody else happy, man. That's our jobs. At the end of the day, that's our own personal jobs to make ourselves happy. So if I'm checking myself and the other person checking themselves, then you can connect. But that is not your job to make anybody else happy. I can't say that enough, whatever, because, and I want to stress that point at home too, because some people attempt to use that as a form of manipulation or control, or just it turns into things that it really shouldn't be. And so, stemming from perception and changing your perception. So this year, when sitting on the topic of just transform your life and the breakthroughs and getting back to us, is that we have to take that same attention that we have placed upon other people and with it look within. And as I look back on that last year of just how stopping long enough and with a huge sense of gratitude, of course, stopping long enough to you make me remember how important the four agreements are. Speak a lot. Thank you. Yeah. And so, how many of us just have gone through life? Just gone through life. First and foremost, I realized that we had choices. I was the person who just would just rage and just get mad at it. Boom, 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 boom. This person made me. This person made me angry. This person made no, 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 no. Nobody can make you feel anything that you don't give them power to make you feel. And so, what comes to mind as I see these people like Ryington and I see these people out there and how the media has a way to e- emotional emotional growth, how the media basically plays off people's emotions, and it's sensationalism backed by perception. So not only are they going to tell you how you feel, how to feel, they're going to tell you what you should feel. And so, and when I come to understand, the Bible says that is great as a man who, I don't want to misquote the Bible, whatever, but there's a point in the Bible where it says that he who conquers himself, you have to conquer yourself by conquering your emotions, by keeping yourself in check at all times. Perfect, I'm not perfect. None of us are, but and not even using it as a crutch or as an excuse. But what I do know is that as we are men and women today, and we're looking to transform our lives, and you must transform the way that you think and the way that you feel about certain things. And sometimes we go through these situations, or we're going to go through circumstances that may be comfortable or uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, we must all also know that sometimes your emotions can deceive you as well. And so you want that to happen. So by checking yourself, and but by having that awareness, because God gave us emotions for a reason. It's almost like a thermostat in in a car. So you have to be able to identify what it is that you feeling and why you feeling that. Getting in tune and getting connected with what you are. So with that being said, yes, having the understanding that I can hold on to my power by not having or not being um, com- compelled to react to every little thing. And so that's the self control. That's control of the emotions, whatever. So I know I'm all everywhere right now, whatever. But um, when I understood that, down awareness of that. Looking back, it all made sense. And so you can do the same thing when we understand that we are in control of our lives, and whatever life it is that we desire to have, that we can have it. If you have a plan, you formulate that plan. If you understand that you can't beat yourself up over the past, over things that has already happened. Today, present, we can make better choices. Today, present, we can keep ourselves in check. Today, present, we can formulate a game plan and taking the steps towards the life that we know that we have full potential to live, basically, essentially. So, do you believe in having that deep conviction that you deserve it and that you can do it? That's what's key. And so, coming to a place of peace, as well as like I was making mention to the fact that just understanding the purpose or the reason for forgiveness, so that we can move forward, so that we don't have those walls, we don't have those barriers, no longer keeping us stuck, as the basis of the whole Simple Up brand. And so I want to just come along, but I want to be more consistent on doing this as I figure out how to connect this YouTube and this Facebook together. I want to do a different topic every week, just for a couple of weeks. Like I said, the sessions, you can go to simpleupinc.com. That's the name of the blog. You can set up a session. And so I want to build on this. And so you have to start somewhere. So this is just a test run. I want to show you what I'm talking about. Because my YouTube, I have a YouTube channel that's also running right now too. That's the YouTube that's going over there. And so I was attempting to connect this because I have also Instagram that I wanted to go live on. And so for 2 weeks, I'm going to commit to us growing, us developing, and us living the best lives of ourselves. And so this week, it's just understanding and just knowing that we deserve the best. And so first, doing the groundwork on what has been blocking us. Is it fear? Is it insecurity? Is it anger? Is it resentment? And so once, you'll be very surprised once you start to talk, or once you begin to open up the things that just come out, And so everybody has a story. And I know that it's creating a space where people feel comfortable enough, or people feel comfortable with sharing in the one-on-one sessions to open up, to release, and to let go of those things that has been blocking us, and get into that point to where that we can begin living again, moving from existing to living. We can live again because we owe it to ourselves, and taking care of ourselves is very important today. Other than we oftentimes hear about going to the gym or the physical, but we also have to maintain the mental health aspect of it, as well as the spiritual. And so creating a atmosphere for that, I'm going to end that